and welcome back to Mastering Avantra. Today's topic is all about our newly introduced Solution Manager checks in Avantra 2111 and above. So rather than show this to you myself, I decided I'd bring in some experts to really take us through this. So once again, I'm joined by Oliver Rogers, our product manager for Avantra, and I'm delighted as well to be joined by Pierre Von Esch, our head of SAP engineering here at Avantra. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Great to have you here.
Thank you, Werner.
Good to be here.
Fantastic. So before we dive into the system and we have some demos to show and show how all of this works, let's get a little bit of background. Ollie, maybe I'll jump to you at this point, and then you can work with Pierre to take us through this. What's the background here around our investment, around checks into Solution Manager and our enhancements in this space?
Well, thanks, Brenton. Like it or not, SAP Solution Manager is a key component of any on-premise SAP landscape. It's SAP require you to have one. It's used as part of the patching and upgrade process to calculate what files and dependencies you need in your landscape. And it's a key component of reporting back your health of your landscape to SAP. Unfortunately, because it's not used as much as your ERP system is, obviously, it can often be neglected and hidden in the corner somewhere, and then only kicked into life when you need it for one of these critical patching or upgrade events. So what we've done with 2111 is bring innovation and checks to understand how Solution Manager should be set up and to tell you when things get out of place and out of aligned. And Pierre, you've been working closely with creating these checks. Do you want to take us through how they're set up?
Sure. Thank you, Oliver. Let me share my screen so I can show you the live on our system, on one of cool. So here we are on the welcome screen of Avantra. I go on the SAP system here, my show SAP system. And then I will take one of the Solution Manager. Here we have one Solution Manager. This is 740 72 Solution Manager, this SMA system. And on this SMA system, we have several checks that run all of 724 hours. And the new checks we are speaking of are the checks that start with the prefix SM for Solution Manager. And this is the check we are speaking about. We have the first one is a Solman setup. Here we check all the mandatory steps that has to be okay when you run Solution Manager. And the first steps that need to be run. These are the three basic steps. We have the basic configuration that is checked, the infrastructure preparation, and the system preparation. And like Oliver just said, Solution Manager are in a lot of companies just put in the corner and nobody care about it. And when it comes the day where you have to upgrade your system or whatever, then you suddenly see, oh, my Solution Manager is not configured properly. And here you see all the time that your check is okay or not okay, and you see what part of the configuration is missing. For example, when SAP provides a new note that has to be applied on your Solution Manager, then you check become yellow, like you see here. You have a warning status, and then you can start from here. This is the one check that is very important, the Solman setup. And with one check, you see all the configuration that has to be conducted on a Solution Manager. And it's very painful to open the Solution Manager to get in the different transactions and to see the checks. The other checks we have with the 21.11 right of the box is the LMDB consistency. This is this check here as LMDB consistency, and here you just see, okay, my LMDB is configured properly. And if you have to do it manually, you have to go in the transaction LMDB, you have to check all the different status and see what are the errors. And here with one check, you have the information, so no need to go in Solution Manager or whatever. Then we have a third one. Sorry, I just closed the SMA system. I go here again. The other check we have here for the solution manager are the one that check if your connected system are in sync with the solution manager. Each system around your landscape has to be connected to your solution manager to get the latest early watch and so on. And with this check, service data CCN, you check if the connection back to solution manager is working properly. So here we check the connection with the RFC, and we are aware now that the connection to the solution manager is working fine. This is mainly the free checks we provide with Avantra 21.11, and that tell you that your solution manager is working properly and that there is no issue or something that has to be fixed right now.
That looks great. Quick question from my side, Pierre.
Sure.
So for customers who see this and they want to use it, so you mentioned it's available in 21.11. So does it work the same as the rest of our system detection? You know, do we detect that it's a solution manager system and deploy these checks by default, or is this something people need to go and enable?
No. These are set up by default, and you get this check once a day. It's run every day. So on every system, on every solution manager, you have this two first ones, the Solman setup and LMDB consistency that run once a day in the morning when all the daily check are run, like the backup and so on. And this service data CCN run on each connected system. And that,
right, to check every system's connection back to their solution manager. Fantastic. And then one final question is, there's the master server 21.11. I assume this also requires the 21.11 agent and transports. Is that fair?
That's correct. Yes.
Cool. That looks fantastic.
Yeah. So with 21.11, we were introducing these wonderful new checks. But can you drill into more detail in the SAP System Details about the Solution Manager, perhaps a leading question, about the Solution Manager setup and its relationship to other systems?
Okay, thank you, Oliver, for the question. Yes, when you are on your system SMA, this is my Solution Manager, and if I open this tab, SAP System Detail, you see you have different tabs here, and here by the second tab, Relation, you see all connected system to the SAP system.
Thanks, Pierre, for that. This is really interesting information about how Solution Manager is configured and what system Solution Manager is talking to. But can you see the reverse? From a system, can you see which Solution Manager is its Solution Manager?
Okay, understood. So for example, taking the XO2 system, this guy here, and now from there, clicking on Relation, I see from there which is my Solution Manager. Okay, I know XO2 is my connected system and SMA is my Solution Manager. Just like from here. Also on this system XO2, we have this check, service data CCN. And here I see which RFC is the one that I use to connect to my Solution Manager.
Fantastic. That I must say that is a very welcome enhancement. And I know that's something that some of our customers have really been asking for, to get that visibility into not only what solution manager is this system connected to, but does that connection even work? So that's fantastic. So just to recap, so as of 21.11, out of the box with the latest master version, with the latest agent and with the latest transports, if it's a solution manager system, Avantra will detect that and apply these 3 checks out of the box, as well as starting to implement those checks for your existing systems so that you start to see which solution manager they're connected to. So thank you so much for joining me, Oliver and Pierre. And Pierre, thank you so much for showing us this demo of how it all works. It looks really easy. It looks like it's fairly easy to get up and running for our existing customers once they perform this upgrade. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on this Mastering Avantra session, and we'll hopefully see you again soon.